Hello once again, and welcome to the final video of Module 3 from the Becoming an eTeacher course. The overall theme of this module is accessibility, and this final video looks at the ways to make sure that your website meets the guidelines for operability and robustness. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you can see the entire course with all supporting documents free of charge at the web address below. The third dimension of accessibility is that your website should be operable. This means that your site should be designed in such a way that all potential users can access it with the technology available to them. If you expect your students to access the website only from a computer lab in your school, then you will know what type of computers they will be using. However, if you want them to log on to the website outside of school hours, then some problems can arise. First, not all your students will have the same hardware or software loaded on the computers in their homes or wherever they go for internet access. You've probably experienced the frustration of trying to open a file that was created in a particular program, say Microsoft Word 2007, that is not compatible with earlier versions of the same software. Using a website to host all of your content is one way of getting around this problem, because most web browsers can open Google site pages. But you may notice that the formatting and layout of some websites is distorted because they are not fully compatible with the browser you are using. The second problem is that e-learning is predicated on the assumption that students have reliable access to broadband internet, either in their homes or at another location nearby. In most developing countries, and even in some parts of the industrialized world, this is not the case. Internet connections can be unreliable, bandwidth can be restricted, and access can be expensive. So what can be done to ensure that your website is operable? One option for overcoming problems with incompatible software is to use non-proprietary or open access software to prepare content for uploading on your website. For example, if you use Microsoft Word to prepare a worksheet for students to download from your website, you could consider saving it in another format so that those who don't have the same version of the software can access the document. One of the more popular ways of saving such files is to convert them to portable document format, which is shown by the file extension PDF. PDF files can be opened using Adobe Reader, which is available as a free download to anyone with an internet connection. A PDF file is essentially a snapshot of a document that can be read and printed, but cannot be edited unless users have permission and the software to do so. So how do we go about creating a PDF file? Well, most word processing programs and presentation software offer the option of saving documents in PDF format. What you do is, first, you create your document using your usual word processing or presentation software, typically Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint would be the two popular ones. Then you click on the Save As option. In the Save As type or file type box, you select PDF, and then once the document has been saved on your computer, you can upload it on your website by using the Attachments button at the bottom of the page. Now, if your students don't have easy access to a reliable internet connection, then it is a good idea to provide alternatives that can be downloaded. By providing copies of all of the content on your site in either PDF or some other universally accessible formats, students have the choice of either downloading these to a folder on their computer's hard drive and then using them offline, or printing them out for use as paper documents. Where a significant number of students don't have access to a computer outside of school hours, the more cost-effective option is to provide them with photocopied handouts. The final dimension of accessibility relates to the robustness of the technology used for your website. Though it is hard to know what technological developments will be made in future, the underlying principle is that your website needs to be designed in such a way as to maximize its compatibility, not only with existing technologies, but also new technologies as they become available in future. Ensuring compatibility is particularly important to support the development of new and more efficient assistive technologies for those with disabilities. Because Google Sites is such a popular way for teachers and others to create their own websites, it is likely that those responsible for developing and maintaining this technology will make sure that existing Google Sites will be compatible with new technologies as they are rolled out. Well, that's the end of the final part of Module 3 in the Becoming an eTeacher course. In the next module, you can learn how to create and incorporate PowerPoint presentation into your Google website. If you have been watching this video on YouTube and want to see the entire course with all supporting documents, it can be accessed free of charge at the web address shown at the bottom of your screen.